Alright, so you start off in New Tristram, which is basically built over the remains of Old Tristram. No good ever comes from being anywhere near this fucking town. People just said, oh, I'm just gonna build a new town where a bunch of demons and shit rolls up a long time ago. It'll be perfectly fucking fine. Yeah, I'm sure. Worked out fucking fantastic. Let me give you a little bit of backstory, because you kind of gotta know what happened just before the hero shows up there. Deckard Cain, same Deckard Cain who's like a billion years old, just sitting in the fucking cathedral with his adopted niece, Leah, who is a horrible fucking bitch. She is fucking terrible. Worst character in the game. And we'll get into that later, but for right now, you just know that she is. And so they're in the cathedral. Cain's looking through some books and shit, and he's like, dude, some serious shit is about to go down. Shit's gonna be fucked. And Leah's like, oh, I doubt it, holy hum, just my stupid senile alone. Cain's like, no, seriously, some serious shit's about to go down. Like, a meteor's gonna crash into the building. And she's like, holy hum, I doubt it. Holy hum-de hum. And then all of a sudden, fucking surprise, a meteor's coming down. And the meteor's like, fuck you, Cain, I'm gonna fucking fuck up your shit. And then Cain's like, bring it on, motherfucker. And then he fucking punches the meteor in the face, and the meteor hits him anyway, because it's a fucking meteor, you can't really stop that. And he goes plummeting through the depths of the cathedral as the meteor and he go into like a Balrog versus a Gandalf fight. And so Leah's like, oh no, my uncle just got destroyed by this meteor, what are we gonna do? And so she goes back to New Tristram, and then you show up. They're like, oh, undead are everywhere. You're like, no fucking shit, it's Tristram, you stupid fuck. What did you expect? You get inside the inn, you fight off some undead, and then Leah's like, you gotta help my uncle, I have tits. That's about her big draw, I guess. Is like, the big thing about her being a sympathetic character is that she just has boobs, and that's not enough for me. You're going down, you go into the cathedral, just like always, and Cain's there, and he's fucking fighting the Skeleton King. Not like, ooh, I'm scared. No, he's like, back, go to hell, skeletons, and you fucking save him, and he's like, oh, let's go back to town. Go back to town. You find Leah and shit, and Leah's like, oh, thank you for saving my uncle. Like, whatever, and Cain's like, dude, the end of the world is nigh. Shit's fucked. We gotta do something. And Leah's like, oh, uncle, not more of your silly stories. Oh, how could you possibly think that anything's possibly wrong right now? And Cain's like, bitch, I'm fucking Deckard motherfucking Cain. Cut me some fucking slack. If I say the apocalypse is gonna fucking happen, it's gonna fucking happen. Give me some benefit of the doubt. You go through the cathedral, fight the Skeleton King. He's like, oh, I'm the Skeleton King. You just fucking kill him, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you go and you find this black guy who's at the bottom of the cathedral. And you're like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I fell from the sky. So you're the fucking meteor. Yeah, apparently. Let's go back to town. You're like, I could trust you explicitly. Let's go. But you just go back to town. And, Cain's like, oh, well, you must be from heaven, because only an angel could survive that fall. And he's like, I lost my memory, but I know I gotta get my sword. It's in 3 pieces, and we gotta go get it. And Leah's like, oh, you can't possibly be an angel. That's so stupid. And Cain's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Then he's like, well, take Leah with you. Maybe she'll stop being a hellacious bitch if you do. And you're like, god damn it. So you have to drag Leah around all over the place, and you eventually find Magda protecting the shards of the sword, and she's like, you'll never get all the shards. Oh, you mean these 3 shards that I totally have? And she's like, oh, well, I'm in your base, killing Cain. And you're like, oh, fuck. So you go back to town, and Leah and Cain, and totally not Tyrael. There, Magda's all like, oh, I'm gonna kill Cain and then take Tyrael and fuck you. And then Cain's like, oh, I'm dying. And Leah's like, no, please don't die. I don't have anybody to criticize anymore for being old. And then he's like, oh, I'm just gonna put this sword together and then die. Blah. And then he dies. And then Leah's like, oh, it's stupid. Uncle Cain's stories got him killed in the end. Just shut the fuck up. I'd leave town to find Tyrael and save her sorry ass, travel all around, and then I fight the butcher, and he's like, oh, I'm the butcher, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna kill you now, and he's like, oh, okay, and then he dies. Find Tyrael, and you give him his sword back, and he gets all his memories back, and he's like, I'm Tyrael, and you're like, no shit, now gear up, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And Leah's all like, we have to put my Uncle Cain to rest. Oh, Uncle Cain's stupid stories, oh, that didn't make a lick of difference in the end. Bitch, did you not see that's a fucking angel? We've saved a fucking angel. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking serious right now? And Tyrael's like, bitch, step off, don't burn his fucking notes, because that's what she's about to do. She has all of his life's work, like Cain's life's work, and Cain's like a million years old. Let's go over some facts about Deckard Cain. Okay, he's old. Okay, he's like fucking real old. He's very wise. He knows some things. Okay, he's the last of the Horadrim, which is, a pretty big deal. And let's see. Oh yeah, he's seen some serious fucking shit. He's seen Mount Arreat fucking exploding. He's been locked up in cages. He's been to hell and back. Literally, he's been there. He's seen this shit before. And this bitch that he raised is all like, oh, Uncle Cain, this is a stupid little story. When you're walking out in the fields looking for the shards, you're like, herpy derp, I'm just going to find some shards of Material's sword, herpy derp. And she's like, oh, I went and fought skeletons with Uncle Cain, you know, I read all these texts, oh, I'm such a genius. They try to make her a sympathetic character by like, oh, she wants to open it in, she has dreams. And it's like, no, just fucking no. If you could see shit happening, cats and dogs living together, demons and undead rising from the ground, and still be like, oh, Uncle Cain, I'm gonna burn your book because you died and all you told us stupid stories and lies. How could you be so stupidly naive? I mean, how could you possibly be that fucking stupid? So Tyrael basically does a proverbial bitch slap by grabbing her on the arm and saying, look, bitch, this is what I did. I gave up my angelic status. And she's all like, oh, that's what you did for sacrifice. Because her whole big kick at the end of the Act 1 was like, what does Tyrael know of true sacrifice? Bitch, he's a fucking angel. He's been alive for millennia fighting demons. Like, nothing but fighting demons. He was bored, and then he was like, oh, hey, guys, what's going on? They're like, you're fighting demons, son. Oh, okay. That's what his life has been. And you're looking at this angel, and you have the brass bouncing motherfucking balls to say, oh, what do you know of sacrifice? What do you say to that? What do you do? And that's Act 1.